I feel like I gotta just believe in, you know, the music, and believe that like if you really are like, you know, into something, it'll find its way to the right people.
The impression I was getting was like almost like you're talking to your son, and then sort of like you're explaining the complexities of life and almost like how to be in the world. But that's not all of what I got, but that's just part of it. Is that sort of the intention, or?
Yeah, it switches around, I think, as far as like who is talking to who. It is sometimes talking to my son, sometimes talking to myself. But basically the through line would be every song kind of touches on this huge event that happened in my life, just becoming a father.
You kept it not super, like not a full length album, but like was that intentional, or was that just you wanted to start?
Yeah, so I actually had a really long album.
Oh, you did?
Ready,
Wow.
yeah. But I feel like the way music is consumed these days, that I didn't want to just drop a huge batch of songs into the hungry algorithm and and just like watch it disappear. And I feel like especially with trying to do this new thing of just being myself, of putting out music under my own name, I wanted to reintroduce people to this stuff and who I am, and so I thought maybe if I could carve out an EP out of the album and try to just like put out a smaller batch of music first to get people aware of it even happening and build some momentums, just so that when like my debut record comes out, there's just a bit more awareness around it, and it has a little bit more of a chance of like, I don't know, finding its audience versus it's just so wild right now putting out music, and just the sheer volume of people releasing stuff. It's just really hard out there to stand out.
My friends invited me. I didn't know what to expect, but I really enjoyed myself.
What was your favorite song tonight?
My favorite song was probably the Neighborhood Dog one. Comes up.
Like you have obviously a very high range, but like I was listening to like another song of yours last night, like Lake Tahoe, and that's like a very high song as well. But
yeah,
then
that song's hard to sing.
That's what I was wondering, like how do you like sort of, did you ever have like practice to like warm up, or like just, or were you like gifted sort of with that voice?
You have to figure out like what makes the most sense, like how to sing something. But like I didn't have any vocal training or like a coach or anything like that. It was just being really into music and wanting to do band stuff. Just it's always an aesthetic choice, an artistic choice. And then sometimes it's way too high to sing full voice. So then the choice is made for you.
And so like, because you're also a multi-instrumentalist, like you play keyboard, guitar, drums. So does your songwriting change as if you write a song like Cubism Dream versus like something off your new EP? Like would you, because you're playing a piano, for example, in a certain song, like does that change your creative process?
I don't know. It like where something starts is, it's just always so random. I just try to go with whatever I'm excited about at the time. Like if I'm excited to jump on guitar and mess around and see if I can write something, if I'm excited to jump on the piano and mess around and write something, it all kind of starts the same way. I just pick an instrument and just try to mess around until I like something, and then and then I guess you're just like forming a melody around that. But yeah, I mean every song has a different like kind of origin story. This is the Tom York mic. Yeah, he uses them in all the From the Basement sessions, and he sounds great in it.
Are there any Radiohead fans out there? Are they here? They're not here, right? That'd be so embarrassing.
Separator is like a song you really love, and like you even cover like Scatterbrain and Myxomatosis in your, I think, shows.
Yeah.
So like, how does that influence? Like, do you see it very apparent, or is it sort of like you just see things coming out in something you make? Like, is it like, it's not like you go for that palette, like almost like it's like natural for
Well, it's
you?
more
Yeah.
subconscious, I guess, because I'm such a huge fan, and I look up to that music so much that it ends up just finding its way through my sensibilities of like what I think sounds good or not, and like the moves I'll make, like major minor stuff ends up coming through the music because I'm obsessed with Radiohead and. Yeah, so they kind of wiggle their way into whatever I'm doing all the time. But I mean, I'm always trying to see if I can, have my own, voice, my own self in these songs and not try to parody them too much. I'll allow fun. I'll allow some fun. I'll allow it.
For the fun round, it's a tough one because like I don't know if you could do it. Like if you could pick one song from Local Natives, Jaws of Love, Kelcey Ayer, and I'll throw in Radiohead. Like you're going somewhere, but you're only allowed to take one song from each of these
entities,
respective entities.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know it's hard. Like if it is that hard, I can tell you an album to make it easier. But like, let's see if you can do it without even.
I might be able to do it quick.
Wow.
I don't. Okay, so Pyramid Song has always been my number one favorite Radiohead song. It just does so many things that make me love that band so much. For Local Natives, in a similar way, where I feel like it showed what that band was really capable of. It's a song called Bowery. Off of Hummingbird.
It's the last song on Hummingbird.
Yeah. I've always really loved that one and made me feel like, oh, wow, this is like, I feel like it really shows our strengths and makes me feel so emotional, especially being in New York too, because it was like kind of inspired by New York. So Ryan wrote that, and then, we all rallied around and did our stuff. I've wrote, a bunch of songs in Local Natives that I really love, but Bowery is one that I am super into. And then for Jaws of Love, there is a song. So from a songwriting perspective, Love Me Like I'm Gone is like, I think one of my proudest moments as a songwriter. I'm just like so proud of that song and so psyched on how that came out. But as far as like, from a production place or just like the tonality and the vibe of a song. I love this song Angelica off of my second Jaws of Love record. I just got to have so much fun exploring the space on that song. Damn it, I forgot about 5 years, which I also am so stoked on. So here, we'll say Angelica to pick one, and then one from the new EP, this new batch of songs. I'd have to pick Don't Look Down. That's like I feel like such a when I kind of hit a breakthrough with that song, because it was this instrumental track for the longest time, and I hadn't found my way into it becoming an actual song. And once I kind of hit this breakthrough of like the melody and the lyrics and stuff and the arc of the song, I'm just so stoked on how it turned out, and I just love when, is it a chorus, is it a verse, who knows what's going on, but it's just like part to part, you feel good wherever you are.
I love the midsection as well.
Oh, cool! Thanks.
It's a very like ethereal bit there.
Yeah. It gets kind of floaty. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think that's it's just such a good introductory for I think what I'm trying to do, sonically and with my songwriting in this new phase. So I don't know why. I guess I just picked like songs that felt like, oh, these kind of represent these projects, like the best of these projects.
Interesting.
To me, I guess.
That's interesting how you did that.
Yeah.
not necessarily, but you would obviously listen to those.
They're
ones
my
too.
they are my favorite
Yeah.
songs as well.
This was fabulous tonight. I was so excited to see him, and the band is awesome.
So we got the great guitarist for Kelcey Ayer, Mia Conti. I noticed you were doing very interesting parts where you're playing like sort of lead stuff, but also like ethereal almost.
Yes, yeah. I really like prog music, like prog metal music, and so he kind of more of the lead parts. He kind of let me take control on playing them, and the ethereal parts are just like because his songs are so beautiful, you know. And For Mother's Real Jesus and Before You, so that's kind of where that comes in.
Finally, like, what's your like prior to meeting Kelcey? What was your favorite local native?
Oh, that's a good one. Actually, so I have two answers, and one is from his solo project, Jaws of Love, which is the Love Me Like I'm Gone. Of course, I love that song. And honestly, there's a lot of great local native songs that I love, but I really got into their last album, Time Will Wait for No One, But I'll Wait for You. And I just think that whole album is beautiful.
Are there any like deep cut songs that you like more?
I'd say Cubism Dream. So it's just
Playing it too.
It's like funny, yeah. I got to see both of my favorite songs separately, and he was like, "Yeah, those are the ones I'm gonna play." So I was like, "All right, cool."
Someone was saying like you didn't play that much with local natives. You didn't play that song that often, but now you're playing it.
Now you're playing it all the time because he was just like, this like song means a lot to me, and I want to bring it back to life. So yeah.
What would, in your view, distinguish a Kelcey Ayer song from a Jaws of Love from a local natives? Have you like ever paid attention to like why is this part of this? Or
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, I spent a long time writing local native stuff, and then started Jaws of Love 2017. So I had a decent period of time where I would write these songs, and some felt like a little poppier, a little faster, a little better for like the band setting. Yeah. And so those songs would go to local natives, and then I would write songs that felt more eccentric, more like slow, a little stranger, a little slower tempo, sadder, more emotional. Like I wrote emotional songs for local natives too, but like for Jaws of Love, it was permission to really embrace that side because I also had that side. So I'm so passionate about that kind of music.
Yeah.
So when Kelcey Ayer, when I started writing that music is when my son was born, and I just felt like it felt like for the first time I wasn't trying to go off to the left for this project or go to the right for this project. Instead of feeling split, I kind of just felt whole. And so for this music, it just feels like I have permission to mix up everything I've been working on, and it can be fast or slow. It can be like happy, or it can be weird, or it can be sad, and I can just do all the things that make me really excited about music and really happy about music, and I can just do them for one project. So I'm excited for people to hear more songs and get a sense of like, I think this is really showing where I'm at artistically and musically, not split anymore, not trying to appease one project or another. Like this is just like me in the purest form. If you wanted to mainline Kelcey Ayer right now, you listen to this stuff. Yeah, this is pure stuff.
And this
is pure Kelcey. Okay,
unfiltered.
This is good.
I wrote all these songs about being a new dad.
I remember you said something like you kind of put it all out in your music, and because aside from music, you said you're like a very positive person. So is that like a cathartic thing, or do you like embody both? I don't know if I'm saying it the right way. Like
I understand, like, because you're saying it in my personal life. Like musically, I'm a little more maybe like brooding or like sad or like
which I love.
Emotional.
Yeah, it's great.
but like you're like listening to this guy, and maybe this guy has a lot of issues, maybe. But then in my normal life, I love making people laugh, and I have a big sense of humor, and I find everything kind of funny.
Is anyone a parent? Has anyone done?
So we're not insane. I just thought I'd point that out. Yeah. People are like talking. We're like talking
Should I just put the other ears on real quick?
And I do have a much cheerier disposition than I think you would maybe think from the music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like some of that is being infused a little bit too in the humor of some of the songs.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, obviously, No Sleep goes pretty insane. Goes to some insane places.
It reminded me of your podcast. That
yeah.
Like it had that vibe a little bit.
Yeah. So again, it just really feels like I've really felt the most whole than I have in a long time, and it's really showing itself. I think through the music, and I hope that it can I don't know, make people feel a little bit more connected to me. I feel like connection is the most successful path for any artist, and that's the hope, that you can connect with other people who you've never met, like all over the world, and and it's the music that connects you. And so I can honestly say all this music is super authentically me right now. And if you like it, you probably are.
Yeah, that's
maybe we'd be friends.
Feel it. Finally, I just wanted to share an anecdote. Like, I think when I met Kelcey at one of the local natives, I think it was like a meet and greet or something. So I was like, I want to get something signed, but I somehow showed up with the Jaws of Love CD. And I realized that might not be the best thing to do because I'm favoriting one.
Some people have brought that,
they have,
and I didn't mind. I loved it.
I think I mentioned like Morning Bell to you at that place. I was like, Ingrid's the beat. They're like, yeah, Kelcey's a big Radiohead fan. I think even Matt was or something.
Yeah, Matt too. Matt too is. Ingrid is in 5, and it really does feel maybe one of the more Radioheady songs that Local Natives has.
Yeah.
But that's cool that you got into that song. That wasn't that's a B-side from Hummingbird.
Yeah.
And we all liked that song, but it just didn't feel like it totally, I don't know, made the cut. But I mean, we're glad that it's out there and people like it.
Yeah, because it's one of the B-sides. I think that one and Palms was one more.
Yeah.
And you did that in New York, you said. So that's what you were getting reminded of, sort of being here, like the song Bowery as well.
Right.
Like that impact of your album is dependent on the location, sort of, like also like when you write in LA versus.
Yeah, I just write I personally write everything about where I'm at, like where I'm living at, what's going on in my life. And so places around the world have such a huge impact in everything I write. Yeah.
And even like your heritage, like Colombia, like does that sort of seep in your music?
Yeah, I was trying to. I have a song called Wildfire. It's on an EP I put out for Jaws of Love, and it's kind of. I wrote that about the duality of being half white, half Colombian.
Yeah.
So I'm technically not white, but I am white passing. So like I get all the benefits of white privilege and get all the
But in a way you get to experience both. How it is to be both, which is kind of interesting because maybe someone might not even know he's from there.
Most people don't know. Most people would look at me and just be like, just another.
Yeah,
another
for a
white
while
dude,
I didn't even know. I think I found out maybe recently. Yeah,
but my upbringing had so much Spanish, so much listening to Colombian music, and my mom's side of the family was just speaking Spanish all the time.
Wow.
And, so I definitely had the experience of a Colombian living in America.
Yeah.
But you would never know it if you looked at me.
And you had the guise of others not knowing that, which is another perspective you had.
Sure. Yeah.
Like you could see it from both sides.
Yeah. I'm a secret immigrant.
You're undercover.
I'm an undercover brown person.
That's crazy.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. So careful what you say around me. All right.
Please listen to his music. It's amazing. Support him, and I'm really excited to see what's next.
So you guys must have loved Cubism Dream, right? When you played that?
Gasped. We did actually.
Honestly, we were both like.
And like obviously like now that you're congrats, obviously it's not recent, but like now that you're a father, how does that also impact your songwriting?
Yeah, I wrote
sure it would.
everything about this because, like I said, I write everything about what happens to me, and so that was by far the biggest thing that ever kind of happened to me. That the change of going from just a one person to being a person who is looking after a little baby,
Wow.
is so monumental, and I don't think I was ready for it really, but no one is. You just kind of get thrown into this like role. I found it really challenging and really hard to let go of my old life and embrace my new life. But I'm a dad. My son is, I'm so happy he's here and he's the cutest, and I miss him right now.
So finally, if there's any message to upcoming artists based on your experience over the years and now doing what you're doing now, like what would you say in hindsight plus in the present, like what you're learning as you're doing this?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say trust your gut and believe in yourself and believe in what you're excited about. But also like just write and write and write and write. Just, like, don't stop writing songs. Don't stop making stuff and try to just find joy from that, because music as a business, being an artist as a business is so hard to control. So many things are out of your control. So you need to just find your own way to enjoy what you're doing and enjoy the journey of it all. And it's going to come with lots of ups and downs, but yeah, I think find your way to have joy from it and not be so focused on the results.
And this is also just a great record if you haven't heard it, but
Thank
now
you.
listen to his new work as well as all the other stuff he's done. His name's Kelcey Ayer, and you must check his new EP. It's called No Sleep. It's out now. Mm-hmm. And more songs coming. As he said, he's worked on a lot more that we haven't even heard yet. So thanks for tuning in, and if any, Kelcey has any last
words
Wisdom.
before I leave. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm lots of more new music coming out soon. But yeah, No Sleep EP. Yeah. Bye.